afternoon, everyone. Welcome, family, friends, and community members. Thank you for joining us today for this very special event. My name is Jenny Capello, and as Dean of Allied Health and Nursing, I'm pleased to welcome you to our pinning and candle lighting ceremony. We're also streaming this event on the Wenatchee Valley College Facebook Live, so those of you that are viewing remotely, welcome. I'm honored to be able to introduce to you Dr. Kristen Hosey, our Nursing Programs Director. Welcome. I am pleased to see so many supporters of our nursing students here today. I keep telling folks the goal is to fill this auditorium, and we are getting pretty close this year, so thank you for coming. The result of years of hard work is expressed in the ceremony you're about to witness today. The pinning ceremony is a long-established nursing school tradition dating back before the turn of the 20th century. Traditionally, nursing students have been a part of an honors, pinning, or convocation ceremony to mark the transition from student nurse to the role of the practicing nurse. It is an emotional event that I am honored to share with all of you. Our nursing program would not exist without the support and guidance of many. Please allow me to recognize a few people. For their unwavering support, thank you to the Wenatchee Valley College Board of Trustees, Dr. June Darling, Tamara Jackson, Phil Rasmussen, Martha Flores, and Phyllis Leesman. Claps I love claps. I'm going to pause a lot, and then that will be the cue. Wenatchee Valley College President, Dr. Jim Richardson, and Vice Presidents, Dr. Chaya Flores, Dr. Todd Treat, and Brett Riley. For their guidance and dedication to our program, thank you to our MA in Nursing Advisory Chair, Casey Vogt, and the entire Advisory Committee team. I know I saw Casey here. Could you stand up? And if there's any other members of our Advisory Committee, could you also stand up to be recognized? Oh, I see some people here. Each graduate here that you see today has completed over 1,000 hours of practice experience in the clinical settings. We are grateful to our many clinical facilities and partners. You can see a list of some of those partners on the back of your program. Thank you to their staff and administration who welcome our students and faculty for the clinical practicum portion of our program. I would also like to acknowledge our dedicated program faculty and staff here with us today. So if you're here, please stand when I call your name. And stay standing, because I like to do that. Okay? So masters prepared, nurse educators, and full-time faculty here, Malia Butrell. Appreciate some applause for her as well. Melissa Fowler. Tina Gatterberg. big club tell you what, but I'd like to quickly take the microphone from you, Kristen, to say a thank you to Rhonda Gannon, Shelley LeGroux, and Dr. Kristen Posey that do the behind-the-scenes work for this program, and we just cannot thank you enough. So in the way of coffee, as in coffee cards, we say thank you to them. I will take my currency. Thank you very much. My final words of gratitude are to the parents, families, friends, partners, and children of our graduates. Your support, moral, emotional, and financial, and your encouragement through their tough times throughout the program plays an essential role in the success that we celebrate today. Students, a round of applause for those who have supported you. So I would now like to introduce our class speakers. They are Rachel Martin and Jonathan Roach, and they were selected by their classmates to speak today. Rachel Martin, please come up to the podium. Thanks.
Delivering a speech to my classmates after completing the Wenatchee College nursing program. I have imagined this day in my mind 1,000 times, and it feels just as incredible as I've imagined, and somewhat surreal. Isabel, Ashley, Valerie, Dina, Heather, and Maureen. Some of us began this journey completing our prerequisites together and were lab partners in microbiology, chemistry, and anatomy and physiology. In the days before nursing school, when those classes seemed hard. The days of memorizing all the bones and muscles and systems in the human body and how it all works. The days of writing up what seemed like 1,000 lab papers on various experiments, like DNA coding or gram-negative bacteria, or mastering a Bunsen burner, which felt like a major accomplishment at the time. This was tough stuff, or so we thought, in the days before nursing school. The days of frantically studying and preparing for our TEAS test, which would simply gain us permission to apply to the nursing program. The days of hand-delivering our applications to the college, because we were scared they might get lost in the mail and we missed the application deadline. The days of checking the mail 5 times a day for the letter from the college, hopefully the big manila one, telling us we made it into the program. Nothing could have prepared us for the uniquely intense and rigorous ride we would soon be on when the first day of classes started in the fall of 2017. Pharmacology, theory classes, lab skills testing, clinical days at various hospitals, clinical homework with endless care plans, and reflective journals. These days created a brand new definition of what we had previously thought of as hard work. We hit the ground running and the pace never let up, ever, until the end of each quarter when we were allowed a few days to recover and say hello to our families, and then all too soon the next quarter began and our heads were down again. The pace never stopped. And then there were the exams, unit exams, CASI exams, safe Medicaid exams, and the anxiety and self-doubt which came with every single one. Thoughts of, oh my gosh, my mind is blank, I can't remember anything I've been studying. Knowing how much time we'd spent preparing, but it didn't matter. The anxiety was always there. Contrary to what we've been taught in school, a cheetah is not the fastest land animal alive. It's a nursing student who just found out grades are posted on Canvas. To my knowledge, no students were injured during these superhuman displays of speed and agility getting to their computers. Our professors and faculty and administrators kept us on task and on point, knowing something we didn't, how much it was going to take to make it to the end of the program. I remember thinking nursing school felt a lot like the military. There were strict rules to follow and consequences to be had for non-compliance. Deficiencies were a looming consequence none of us wanted to experience. Now, having perspective, I am so grateful to the staff for having these rigid protocols, as I've learned a healthy amount of fear is a very good thing when we are assuming care of a human being who is sick and vulnerable. 2 days ago, the moment we hit the submit exam button for our comprehensive final, it was suddenly over. This amazing journey of nursing school was complete. We had earned the right to take one final test, the NCLEX RN. This is our key, which will open the door to a new career as registered nurses. I would like to read a quote out of the book Daring Greatly by one of my favorite writers, Brene Brown. She quotes Theodore Roosevelt's famous words. His words reflect the incredible courage it takes to dare greatly in order to achieve great reward. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms and great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph, high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. My brave and courageous peers, Ashley, Heather, Isabel, Dina, Valerie, and Marie. Thank you for being in the arena with me. We did it. We have dared greatly and are experiencing the triumph of high achievement. Every sleepless night, every self-doubt, every declined invitation, every moment spent away from our families, it was all worth it. We have earned the privilege to bestow our hard-learned nursing knowledge and skills onto patients in need. We have earned the privilege of caring for those who need help. We have now earned the privilege of standing shoulder to shoulder with registered nurses as peers and colleagues. My heart swells with pride as we complete this journey together. Congratulations, my dear nursing board. Thank you. Jonathan will now give a speech for Wenatchee.
Just gonna get my stuff out, you know. Those of you in school with me, every class period, just got my gadgets I gotta pull out. Alright. Right now my heart's going like... Man, what a couple of years, huh? We've been through a lot together. Had lots of life changes. I think we're short 2 gallbladders right now in our class. There's been marriages, breakups, one new baby that I know of, another on the way. I think a couple more marriages. Maybe one day your son's insulin pump came out, and maybe you got the flu right before a final. That one happened a lot, right? So, in this time though, we've grown a lot together. We've done things we've never thought we'd do, amazing things, really difficult things. Remember after our first test, so many of us came out crying from the test, just bawling our eyes out 15 minutes after the test. There was so much doubt. And now I look at you all, and you're all such proud, strong, confident nurses. Even before we were done with school, I knew we were having an impact. Oh, maybe you did CPR today, that's cool. But also just sitting with a pediatric patient, sitting with a family. You had impacts on the nurses you worked with, on the other faculty in the hospital, and the faculty in your school, on each other. We've already had a really big impact on each other. And I've loved coming to class on a Monday and hearing about all the crazy stories and crazy things and amazing things that happened at clinicals over the last week. They're like in the hallways in the hospital, we run into each other, and even in just a couple minutes, you had so many wonderful things to say, so many things to share. I'm sure there were more, but HIPAA. What you've done making it to this point is amazing. Challenging, overwhelming, but nothing less of a great accomplishment. Many of us have already experienced some of the most difficult times in our lives over the last couple of years, but it won't be the end of our challenges. There will be so many more as we embark on this new chapter in our lives as nurses. No doubt we'll overcome those challenges. But as we go forward, I want you to keep some advice in mind. And at this point, it would be an atrocity not to quote Florence Nightingale in the nursing ceremony. But Arnold Schwarzenegger also said this. I never gave or took any excuses. I never gave or took any excuses. I see that in so many of you, in your dedication as we've gone through school to do a quality job, to do the work and not make excuses. So I hope as you go forward, preserve that integrity, develop that integrity, and inspire that integrity in others. And it doesn't mean you don't fail sometimes, but that you look for the lesson, you take or give feedback, you reflect, and you work to correct it. That integrity will improve your work environment, will improve the peers you work with, and impact your patients. I would like to challenge you as we leave here to not only be wonderful nurses, but to improve the place you work. It may not be with policy changes, but simply instilling compassion, kindness, and thoughtfulness. It may be of starting a research project that you have an idea about, or maybe organizing an event after work where you get to know your coworkers more. But don't limit yourself. Your imagination and creativity is so important. And most importantly, our jobs as nurses become easier when we can depend and work together. Enjoy each other's company, and build your community as you go forward. Be humble, but be confident in what you know. You just completed an amazing, rigorous program. You know things. Yeah. Speak up, even when you're nervous to do for. Be the advocate your patients need. Be the advocate your coworkers need. Be the advocate your workplace needs. And if you're unsure, maybe just take a minute, remind yourself, you can do this. Finally, none of us would have made it through this program without our support. Thank you to you all, our families, our cheerleaders, our faculty, our instructors, the employees that put up with our crazy work schedules, our dogs, our cats. I want to thank my mom who flew out from Minnesota. So, congratulations everyone. Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Todd Tree. I'm the Vice President of Instruction at the college, and I just want to state that as a chemistry professor for many years, it's the first time in my 25-year history I've heard somebody say chemistry is easy, at least compared to nursing. So congratulations to both the speakers. It was a wonderful job. I also want to acknowledge that It's one thing to support a program like nursing as an administration. It's another thing to actually be present and celebrate it. So way up there in the back, I do see President Richardson, and I just want to thank you for coming out today. Finally, I want to acknowledge that in my role, we look at these NCLEX scores year over year over year, and it's a testament of the quality of our nursing faculty. And I just want to attest that we have a really high quality nursing program at all levels. But you already know that because if you receive your health care here in the Valley, you almost assuredly have been served by many WBC graduates. And so I'm looking forward to this class graduating and providing great health care, as have your predecessors, so thank you. It's my pleasure at this point to give out a couple of awards. We have 3 awards to give out today, and the first is for valedictorian of the class. This person earned an A in every single nursing and pharmacology course in the program. That student with the highest grades in the 2019 class is Erica Geisler. The next 2 awards are new this year. They are called the WBC Nursing Program Student of Excellence Award. This award is presented on behalf of the nursing faculty and staff to students who demonstrate excellence in clinical practice, leadership, scholarship, and who demonstrate the core values and themes of Wenatchee Valley College Nursing Program. These core themes include patient-centered care, the nursing process, collaboration, communication, and professionalism. The first recipient of this award is a student from the OMAC campus that has demonstrated constant enthusiasm, participation, and advocacy for her class. She applies theory and seeks to help strengthen areas she feels need to improve. She was a leader in the SNO at O student leadership group and was a positive, organized, and encouraging leader. She has a ready smile and is willing to lend a hand whenever needed. She supported her fellow students by opening her home for overnight stays and frequently brought goodies to classroom meetings. She is always thoughtful and professional. The recipient of the WBC nursing program at OMAC is Rachel Martin. The final recipient has been consistent in professional behavior throughout her time at WBC. She is kind and compassionate at the bedside. She works hard academically and is quick to learn new skills and content. She is dependable, well-spoken and confident, yet takes feedback humbly. She is recognized for her concern for others, her integrity, kindness, and a desire for continual growth. She is consistently positive, hardworking, and respectful to the learning process and of the importance of the role of the nurse. The recipient of the WBC Nursing Program Student of Excellence Award at Wenatchee goes to Bridget Ryan. And at this time, I'll turn it back over to Dr. Kristen Messick. Thank you.
you. All right, we are now at the pinning portion of our ceremony. But let me start with a few instructions. The graduates will come forward in the order that they're listed in the program. A prepared statement will be read by the nursing faculty, by each graduate as they're being pinned. If you are pinning a graduate, please step forward to the outside aisles as your graduate is about to be pinned. Then you can join your graduate on the stage where you can place the pin on the graduate. And we have some folks taking pictures from WBC in the middle, so I would suggest after you get the pin on, then you turn and face the audience before walking off stage. All right, McKenna, if you can please come forward to begin pinning.
McKenna is being pinned by her parents, Tad and Jamie Ackerman. McKenna will be doing the Confluence Health internship. She will also be completing her BSN at Washington State University this fall. McKenna would like to thank her family, boyfriend Josh, her best friend, nursing friend Tawny, and of course her dog Layla. She could not have done it without all of their love and support. Megan Al Mosher. Megan is being pinned by her mother Debbie, stepfather Jerry, father Paul, and stepmother Dawn. After graduation, Megan is planning to work in the operating room at Wenatchee Valley Hospital and will continue on for her BSN at the University of Washington. Megan would like to thank her parents, siblings Nathan and Aaron, boyfriend Tristan, best friend Carly, and her amazing classmates Megan Storm and Shannon McCall, as well as the WBC nursing faculty and the WBC Foundation. She would not have made it through this program without the constant love, support, prayers, and encouragement from each of these people. Karina Alvarez. Karina is being pinned by her mom, Blanca, and her father, Baltazar. Karina will be starting the bachelor's nursing program at Wenatchee Valley College. Karina will also start the general internship at Confluence Health. Karina would like to thank her mom, and dad, and siblings for the babe, Blanca, Emily, and Jackie for their continuous encouragement and support. Karina would like to thank her lucky pizza socks for helping her pass every nursing school exam. Karina would also like to thank WBC nursing faculty and her classmates for making her nursing school journey memorable.
Karina está siendo premiada por su mamá Blanca y su papá Baltasar. Karina empezará su bachillerato en enfermería en Wenatchee Valley College, al igual que su internado general en Confluence Health. Karina quiere darle las gracias a su mamá y papá, a sus hermanos y hermanas, Felipe, Blanca, Emily y Jackie, por su apoyo continuo. Karina quiere darle las gracias a sus calcetines de pizza suertudos por ayudarla a pasar todos sus exámenes. También quiere agradecer a la facultad de WBC y sus compañeros por hacer su programa de enfermería memorable.
Lucia Avila Romero. Lucia is being pinned by her mom and dad, Maria and Jesus, her husband Freddie, her son Alonzo, and daughter Ruby. Lucia will be going on a family cruise and doing some volunteer work this summer. Lucia would like to thank her mom and dad for always encouraging her husband Freddie for taking on the extra load and making dinner all those nights she was doing homework, including the time she was pretending to be doing homework. And she would like to thank Ruby and Alonzo for being supportive. You are my favorite humans in the world. Thank you.
Por su mamá y papá, María y Jesús, por su esposo Freddy, su hijo Alonso y su hija Rubí. Lucía irá a un crucero con su familia y hará trabajo voluntario este verano. Lucía quiere agradecer a sus papás por todo su ánimo y apoyo, a su esposo Freddy por tomar la carga extra y preparar la cena todas las noches que ella estaba haciendo la tarea, incluso las veces en que fingía hacer tarea para que él hiciera la cena. También quiere agradecer a Rubí y Alonso por su apoyo. Ustedes son mis humanos favoritos en el mundo. Gracias.
Joey Bowder. Is being pinned by his wife, Caitlin, and son, Roman. Joey will be starting the general internship at Confluence Health on the 24th. Joey would like to thank WBC nursing faculty, staff, foundation, and administration. He would also like to thank his family for love, support, and patience over the last 2 years. Amanda Blaylock. Amanda is being paid by her sister Allison, mom, and dad. Amanda will be starting work at American Behavioral Health. Amanda would first of all like to thank God because He has given her the strength and courage to conquer this program and for giving her such supportive family and friends. Her family is the only reason she has made it this far. She would like to thank the WBC Foundation, the Opportunity Grant Team, and 40&8 veterans for the scholarship she received. She also thanks Faith Community Church for being a huge support. Ashley Bradley. Ashley is being pinned by her husband Jake and their families. Ashley will begin her nursing career on the med-surg floor at Mid-Valley Hospital in Omak. Ashley would love to thank her family, especially her husband, for all the support and encouragement for the last 2 years. She wouldn't have been able to do it without them. She would also like to thank all of the WBC faculty and hospitals. Emily will continue her job as a nursing assistant on the progressive care unit at Central Washington Hospital until she starts the nurse internship program in the fall. She also hopes to work as an LPN at a home health agency in the meantime until she passes the NCLEX. Emily would like to thank the nursing faculty of WVC for helping her get to this point. She would also like to thank her family and friends who stuck by her side, supported her endlessly, and believed in her when she didn't. She wouldn't be standing up here today without all of the help from her parents specifically, who helped watch Braxton a countless number of times while she had to study. Lastly, she would like to thank Kayla and Karina, her best friends in school, for the endless laughs, study sessions, pep talks, and praying with her before every exam. Ryan Bullock. Ryan is being pinned by his wife, Rachel, and son, Brody. Ryan will be starting an internship at Confluence Health in the fall. Ryan also plans to start a RN to BSN program next year. Ryan would like to thank WVC nursing staff, faculty, WVC Foundation, and administration for their great education and leadership. Ryan would also like to thank his wife Rachel, son Brody, and mother Sandra, who was a nurse, for support and inspiration to start a career in nursing.
She would not have made it through nursing school without the numerous cram sessions and target runs with her best friend, Kim. Kelly, France. Kelly is being pinned by her husband and mom. She will be enjoying the summer with family and friends and will begin a residency at CWH in September. Kelly would like to thank WVC nursing faculty and staff, WVC Foundation, Confluence Health, and Confluence Health Foundation. Special thanks to her mom, friends, preceptor, Deanna, and study buddies Shannon, Jen, Amanda, and Marnie. She would not have made it here without the support of every one of them. She is eternally grateful for her husband, whose encouragement and support kept her motivated and sane on this journey. Erica Geisler. Erica is being pinned by her fiance Emmett and her son Lennon. Erica is getting married 2 weeks after graduation and traveling to San Diego for her honeymoon. When she is done, she will be taking her NCLEX and applying for jobs in the Wenatchee area. Erica would like to thank WVC nursing faculty and the WVC Foundation. Erica would also like to thank Emmett, her mom, her stepfather for all of their support. Dina Jordan. Dina is being pinned by her 3 kids, Jayla, Anthony, and Carlos. Dina will be going on vacation with her children. She will be continuing her education. Dina would like to thank Bob, Shannon, Mari, and my study partner, Jessica. Without all their help, she could not have done this. Dina would like to thank WVC nursing faculty, staff, WVC Foundation, and administration. Adriana Knighton. Adriana is being pinned by her husband Seth and her son Michael. Adriana will start her nurse residency at Confluence Health after graduation. Adriana would like to thank WVC nursing faculty, staff, WVC Foundation, and administration. Adriana would also like to thank her mom, her best friends Kristen and Judy for their support, and her husband Seth for his unwavering support in our family throughout this program. She would not have made it through the program without her best study buddy, Michaela. Maureen Libra. Maureen is being pinned by her twin sister Michelle and her husband James Libra. They have supported Maureen for many years to see this adventure end well. Maureen looks forward to establishing life with her family, whom she has been separated for 2 years. She will seek work as an RN as soon as she settles back into her family and home. In addition to thanking the best instructors in the land, the WVC Foundation, and local partnerships, Marie would like to thank Mrs. Jean Craig for housing her for 2 years. Nursing school would not have happened without her help. She would also like to thank her aunt and uncle Jane and Rob Thompson for their help with housing during the final term of nursing school. And of course, she wants to express her gratitude toward her twin, Michelle, and her husband James Libra. Gretchen Lindstrom. Gretchen is being pinned by her husband Jordan, her boys Oscar and Abraham, parents Russ and Diana, and mother and father-in-law Mike and Brenda. Gretchen will be enjoying her family over the summer and is awaiting her commissioning to
to help those in need. Gretchen would like to thank the Lord, her God, who has given her the strength to persevere and the joy in the journey. She would like to thank the WBC Foundation for investing in her future as a nurse. She would also like to thank the supportive administration staff at WBC, her brilliant and inspiring professors, and amazing clinical instructors, including her preceptor over this final quarter, Secret Simmons, and the whole recovery room team at Central Washington Hospital. Gretchen would also like to thank her husband, parents, mother, and father-in-law for all of their support, time, effort, and counsel. Lastly, she would like to acknowledge her peers and cohort, especially her dear friend Bridget, with whom she journeyed through nursing school step by step and side by side, and will always be a treasured friend. May I introduce Professor Tina Gadler.
Nicholas Lobos. Nick is being pinned by his mother Cindy and father Pete. Nick will be staying in town and continuing to work at the walk-in clinic. Nick would like to thank his girlfriend Callie and all his family for the continual support and encouragement it took to get through the program. Brian Guillermo Lopez. Brian is being pinned by his mom, Sylvia Lopez, and dad, Guillermo Lopez. Brian will be taking a short break from school and going back to work on getting a BSN degree. He will also continue to look for an internship at Confluence Health when the opportunity arises. Brian would like to thank the Wenatchee Valley College nursing faculty, staff, WBC Foundation, and administration. He would also like to thank the Opportunity Grant staff and program for the financial help he received during the nursing program. He would like to thank his mom and dad for always loving and supporting him. Rachel Martin. Rachel is being pinned by her husband Dave, daughters Carolyn and Abby, mom and dad Rosalie and Clyde Langston, and her dear friend and nurse mentor Tara Elsner. Rachel will spend the summer enjoying time with her family and friends. She will be moving her youngest daughter Abby to Arizona State University, studying for and passing the NCLEX RN, and beginning work on an acute care floor where she can build her nursing skills and fulfill her dream of being a nurse. I would like to thank WBC nursing faculty and staff for creating a supportive and effective learning experience, which has well prepared me for life as a nurse after nursing school. I feel very confident in my ability to begin the next leg of my journey as a registered nurse, or baby nurse, as my friends affectionately call it. My family has been very supportive and have picked up the slack, which mostly involved leaving me alone to study while they took care of everything. Nothing could have prepared me for how challenging this experience was, and nothing can compare to the satisfaction I feel completing this program. It has truly been one of the most intensely challenging and rewarding experiences of my life. Svetlana Mashnikova. Svetlana is being pinned by her sister Irina. Svetlana plans to continue working, and in September she will start an internship at Confluence Health. Svetlana would like to thank WBC nursing faculty, staff, WBC Opportunity, BFET programs, and administration. She would also like to thank her family, her parents, her younger sister Irina for being a huge support. Svetlana appreciates Irina for her inspiration and for believing in her. She would not have made it through the program without her children, Vlad, Julia, and Angie, who are the reason she kept going even when they got tough. Heather MacArthur. Heather is being pinned by her daughter Pearl. Heather will be traveling to Alaska with her family for a short trip, then off to work. Heather would like to thank all of the staff and educators at WBC Allied Health, our clinical sites, and all of the amazing nurses who work there. Heather would also like to thank her OMAC cohort for being such an amazing group to be a part of. And of course, all of this was made possible by her family and their unending support. Her mom, her partner Andrew, and her daughter Pearl. Kayla McBrady. Kayla is being pinned by her mother, Rachel. Kayla will continue to work as an LPN while studying for the NCLEX before starting the Confluence Health internship in September. Kayla would like to thank her parents, siblings, and friends for standing by her throughout her 2 years in nursing school. Shannon McCall. Shannon is being pinned by her husband, Hayden. Shannon will be giving birth to their first baby and will then be pursuing a career as an OB nurse at Lake Chelan Community Hospital. She thanks her parents, family, and friends for their constant love and support. Her husband for his patience and for always believing in her. She would also like to thank her preceptor Kim for taking her under her wing and giving her the gift of confidence. Alyssa McCamey. Alyssa is being pinned by her husband Tim, mom and dad, and brother Ryan. Alyssa will take this summer off to travel and will start her internship at Central Washington Hospital. Alyssa would like to thank her husband, mom and dad, brothers Ryan and Tyler, mother-in-law Penny, brother and sister-in-law Mike and Kate, and nephews Dylan and Jackson, Grandma Marilyn for being there, and other family and friends for their love and support during this process. She would also like to thank the WBC nursing faculty and staff who all helped to make her dreams of becoming a nurse come true. I would like to introduce Professor Rita Jensen.
Dawn McCool.
Kimberly will be enjoying her summer with her family before beginning the general residency with Confluence Health in September. Kimberly would like to thank Wenatchee Valley College nursing faculty, staff, and Wenatchee Valley College Foundation and administration. Kimberly would also like to thank her family that is here today for their support throughout the program. And a big thank you to Jeff for teaching her awesome sports to help de-stress. Sandy is so excited to spend some quality time with her family after having Can you hear me now?
Still not working.
Sandy Mendoza Gonzalez. Sandy is so excited to spend some quality time with her family after graduation and before she starts a general nurse residency at Central Washington Hospital at the end of this month. In the future, Sandy would like to obtain her BSN degree and become a labor and delivery nurse. Sandy would like to thank her husband Steve for the immense love, support, and encouragement during this challenging journey. She says, "I could not have done it without you." Sandy would also like to thank her family and friends for the endless support, especially Aunt Lauren and Uncle Lalo for the countless times they cared for her daughter while she was preparing for an extra exam or a clinical. To the nursing faculty and nursing mentors along the way, thank you for being amazing educators and preparing me for the world of nursing.
Steven y su hija Leonora. Sandy está muy emocionada por pasar un tiempo de calidad con su familia después de la graduación y antes de comenzar su residencia de enfermería en Central Washington Hospital a fin de mes. En el futuro, a Sandy le gustaría obtener su título de BSN y convertirse en una enfermera de parto. Sandy quiere agradecer a su esposo Steven por el inmenso amor, apoyo y aliento durante este desafiante viaje. No podría haberlo hecho sin ti. También quiere agradecer a su familia y amigos por el interminable apoyo, especialmente a la tía Lauren y al tío Lalo, por sus innumerables veces que cuidaron a su hija mientras ella se preparaba para un examen o estaba en la clínica. A la Facultad de Enfermería, mentores en el camino, gracias por ser increíbles educadores y por prepararme para el mundo de enfermería.
Jennifer Moore. Jennifer is being penned by her husband, Gerald. Jennifer will be spending quality time with her husband and family. She will be prepping to take the NCLEX exam and looks forward to working as a registered nurse. Jennifer would like to first thank her husband and family for their support and continued encouragement. She would also like to thank the Wenatchee Valley College nursing faculty and staff, Wenatchee Valley College Foundation, the Bulliard Family Nursing Scholarship, and the Pete and Mary Hope Scholarship. Jennifer would also like to thank her cohorts and friends, Shannon R., Wakale, Amanda, Marnie, and Maureen, who helped to make the past 2 years possible. Nicole Murillo. Nicole is being penned by Cole, her son, and her mother, Darby. Right after graduation, Nicole will be starting her residency at Confluence Health in the general residency program and plans to travel in the very near future. Nicole would like to thank the Wenatchee Valley College nursing faculty and instructors. Without you, none of this is possible, she says. I have learned such a wealth of knowledge, and I can't wait to begin using it in my soon-to-be career. I would also like to thank John for always being there and giving me loving and encouraging words for every test. Also my parents, Darby and Brett, for being there for me emotionally and financially. And last, Cole, your silly comments and cheering with me when I passed my exams are what kept me going. I couldn't have made it through without each one of you. Thank you all so much. I love you. Andrea Munoz. Andrea is being penned by her mom and her dad. Andrea will be starting her baccalaureate degree in nursing at Wenatchee Valley College and will be working in behavioral health and detox in Wenatchee. Andrea would like to thank her parents, her brother and classmate Ivan, her two other brothers Damien and Manuel, sister Lupe, sister-in-law Destiny, and her best friend Celine for being a huge support. Andrea would like to thank her parents for their huge sacrifice for a better opportunity for their kids. It has all been worth it. Andrea would also like to thank all of her friends for the audience.
Andrea está siendo mentorada por su papá y su mamá. Andrea comenzará su licenciatura de enfermería en Wenatchee Valley College y estará trabajando en el área de la salud y desinfección en Wenatchee. Andrea quiere agradecer a sus padres, su hermano y compañero de clase Iván, sus otros dos hermanos Damián y Manuel, su hermana Lupe, su cuñada Destiny y su mejor amiga Selene por ser un gran apoyo. Andrea quiere agradecer a sus padres por su enorme sacrificio por una mejor oportunidad para sus hijos. Todo tiene que valer la pena. Andrea también quiere agradecer a todos sus grandes amigos presentes en la audiencia.
Ivan Munoz. His dad is Cedrio, sister Lupe, and his two brothers, Damien and Manuel. Ivan will be starting the BSN program at Wenatchee Valley College this summer. He will also start the general nurse residency program with Confluence Health this September. Ivan would like to thank his parents, brothers, and sisters. He especially would like to thank his sister, Andrea, for the moral support, who is also graduating as an RN today with Andreas. who is an exceptional human being, for helping him accomplish this goal. Ivan would also like to thank the Wenatchee Valley College nursing faculty, Wenatchee Valley College Foundation, and all of his classmates. Congratulations, everyone.
Por su mamá Francisca, su papá Isidro, hermana Lupe y sus dos hermanos Damián y Manuel. Iván va a iniciar el programa BSN en Wenatchee Valley College este verano. También comenzará el programa general de residencia de enfermería con Confluence Health este septiembre. A Iván le gustaría agradecer a sus padres, hermanos y hermanas. Especialmente le gustaría agradecer a su hermana Andrea por el apoyo moral. Ella también se gradúa como enfermera hoy. Y a Andrés, que es un ser excepcional, por ayudarle a lograr este objetivo. Iván también quisiera agradecer a la Facultad de Enfermería de Wenatchee Valley College, a la Fundación y a todos sus compañeros de clase. Felicidades a todos.
Valerie Knott. Valerie is being pinned by her husband Andrew, her mom and dad, sister Cheyenne, and nieces Hayden and Harper. Valerie will be taking a short vacation. When she returns, she will begin working on the acute care unit at Mid-Valley Hospital in Mount Washington. Valerie would like to thank Wenatchee Valley College nursing faculty, staff, and administration. Valerie would also like to thank her family and friends for their encouragement and understanding throughout her time in the nursing program, especially her husband, whose praise on the good days and hugs and tough love on the bad days kept her going. She would like to thank her peers in the OMAC cohort. Without their friendship, support, and positivity, she would not have made it. I would like to introduce Dr. Kristen Hosey. I would like to introduce Kristen Lindell.
Kristen and I get mixed up all the time. It's not my first time. Go to the wrong Kristen's office. All right. I would like to introduce Jonathan Roach. Jonathan is being pinned by his wonderful and loving partner, Eva. His... Whoops. I'm just reading what was written, okay? It's not me. His mom, Michelle, and many friends. Wow. Jonathan will be beginning the ICU internship at Central Washington Hospital and continuing to rock climb and ski throughout the Cascades. Jonathan would like to thank the WVC nursing faculty, staff, WVC Foundation, and administration, and all of his wonderful classmates. Jonathan would also like to thank his parents for being available for phone calls anytime, his many friends that help him de-stress with rock climbs, barbecues, and hikes, and his wonderful and endlessly supportive partner, Eva. Shannon Rhoda. Shannon is being pinned by her husband Brian and their children Michaela via FaceTime, Kendall and Isaac. Shannon will be spending some long overdue time with family, studying for the upcoming NCLEX exam, and looking forward to working as an RN. Shannon would like to thank her wonderful family, the WVC nursing faculty and staff, the nurses at the clinical site she worked with, especially her preceptor, Kathy. She would also like to to thank the WBC Foundation, SkillSource, Opportunity Grant, Ludwig Family Scholarship Committee, and the American Legion who made this financially possible. Last but not least, she would like to thank her cohort and second row friends, Marnie, Maureen, Amanda, White Kelly, and Jennifer, who made his journey not only doable, but an amazing adventure. Isabella Rodriguez. Isabella is being pinned by her husband Manny, son Junior, daughters Victoria and Isabel, her mother Tina, father Rosendo, mother-in-law Aurora, and father-in-law Manuel. Isabel will be spending some much-needed quality time with her family. She will then start working on the Med-Surg unit at Three Rivers Hospital and continue at Regency Company House, where she has been working as an LPN. Isabel would like to thank all of the WBC nursing faculty, staff, foundation, and administration. She would also like to thank her husband for being both mom and dad while pursuing her nursing dream. Isabel would like to thank all of her family and close friends for their continuous support and encouragement. She couldn't have done it without you.
Está siendo aprendada por su esposo Manny, hijo Junior, sus hijas Victoria e Isabel, su mamá Tina, su papá Rosendo, sus suegros Aurora y Manuel. Isabel estará pasando un tiempo de calidad muy necesario con su familia. Después comenzará a trabajar en la unidad Med-Surg en el hospital de Three Rivers y continuará en Regency Harmony House, donde ha estado trabajando. Isabel quiere agradecer a todos de WBC, la facultad, el personal, la fundación y la administración. También quiere agradecer a su marido por ser mamá y papá mientras ella perseguía su sueño de enfermería. También quiere agradecer a toda su familia y amigos cercanos por su apoyo y aliento continuos. Ella no podría haberlo hecho sin ustedes.
Bridget Ryan. Bridget is being pinned by her dad and her friend Courtney. After graduation, she'll be working at Confluence Health as part of the general nurse residency program. Bridget would like to thank her family and friends, their encouragement, laughter, and loving support, helping her heal while pursuing her goal of becoming a nurse. Nancy is being pinned by her son, her boyfriend, and her parents. Nancy will be spending some quality time with her family and will be starting the general nurse residency at Confluence Health at the end of June. Nancy would like to thank the WBC faculty for providing her with a great education and clinical experiences. A huge thanks to Opportunity Grant for supporting her during these last 2 years. Also, Nancy would like to thank her family and friends for their endless support and encouragement. She could not have made it without you.
Nancy está siendo entrenada por su hijo, su novio y padres. Nancy pasará un tiempo de calidad con su familia y comenzará la residencia de enfermería general en Confluence Health a finales de junio. A Nancy le gustaría agradecer a la Facultad de Enfermería de Wenatchee College por proporcionarle una gran educación y experiencias clínicas. Un agradecimiento a Opportunity Grant por apoyarla durante estos 2 últimos años. Además, a Nancy le gustaría agradecer a su familia y amigos por su apoyo y aliento infinitos. No pudo haberlo hecho sin ustedes.
Andrea is being pinned by her parents, Angelica and Victor, her boyfriend Omar, and siblings Nancy, Sophia, and Victor Hugo. Andrea will be relaxing and enjoying time off after nursing school. She will start her internship at Central Washington Hospital this September. In the future, she plans to get her BSN degree and become a labor and delivery nurse. Andrea would like to thank her parents for their unconditional support throughout her nursing school journey, also her boyfriend for always being supportive and encouraging. Thank you to the WBC nursing faculty for being amazing teachers, for their support and preparing us to become great nurses.
Andrea está siendo apoyada por sus padres Angélica y Víctor, su novio Omar y hermanos Nancy, Sofía y Víctor Hugo. Andrea estará descansando y disfrutando de un tiempo libre después de la escuela de enfermería. Comenzará su internado en Central Washington Hospital este septiembre. En el futuro planea obtener su título de BSN y convertirse en una enfermera de partos. Andrea desea agradecer a sus padres por su apoyo incondicional durante esta escuela. Además, su novio por siempre ser comprensivo y alentador. Gracias a la Facultad de Enfermería de WBC por ser maestros asombrosos, por su apoyo y por prepararnos para convertirnos en grandes enfermeras.
Jacqueline Sanchez. Jackie is being pinned by her parents Olga, Everaldo, her brother Ricardo, and her fiance Alonso. Jackie will be moving to California this summer where she plans to begin her career as a nurse at a hospital. Jackie would like to thank her parents for giving her endless support and encouragement throughout her journey. Jackie would also like to thank her fiance who was always there for her even though they were 1,000 miles apart. Jackie also could not have done it without her amazing study buddies and her dog Camilla. To nursing faculty, thank you for providing amazing education and support to the students.
Jackie está siendo prendada por sus padres Olga y Everardo, su hermano Ricardo y su prometido Alonso. Jackie se mudará a California este verano, donde planea empezar su carrera de enfermera en un hospital. A Jackie le gustaría agradecer a sus padres por darle apoyo y aliento infinito durante este viaje. Jackie también quiere agradecer a su prometido que siempre estaba ahí para ella a pesar de que estaban a 1000 millas de distancia. No podría haberlo hecho sin sus compañeros de estudio y su perro Camila. A la Facultad de Enfermería, gracias por proporcionar una educación increíble y apoyo a los estudiantes.
Now I'd like to introduce Professor Mary Wolcott.
Madison Schoenemann. Madison is being pinned by her father Eddie and mother Karen. Madison will be moving to the west side and starting a residency at St. Joseph's Medical Center in Tacoma. Madison would like to thank her family for the support and encouragement, and Destiny Van Dyke and Taylor Campbell for being great study partners and keeping nursing school fun. August Sheets. August is being pinned by his fiancée, Jesu, and daughter Calista. August will then begin his residency at Central Washington Hospital later this month and is looking forward to spending a relaxing summer with his family and new dog. August would like to thank his family, especially his wonderful, loving fiancée, Jesu, for all of their support. He would also like to thank WVC nursing faculty for their guidance and wisdom, and the rest of his incredible cohort. Megan Starr. Megan is being pinned by her mom, Lorinda Winters, and her husband, Justin Starr. Megan will be continuing her education through WVC to obtain her BSN. After that, she plans to get her MSN and eventually her doctorate to pursue her dream of becoming a psychiatric nurse practitioner. Megan plans to work at the Sanctuary in Chelan Hospital, where she is currently precepting. Megan would like to thank all the nursing faculty for all their kindness, guidance, and support. She would also like to thank her mom and family for all the prayers and encouragement throughout the program. She would also like to thank her husband for being so supportive and always encouraging her to follow her dreams. Finally, a special thank you to Shannon McCall and Megan L. Mosher for helping me survive this flu. Christy Sloan. Christy is being pinned by her children, Tula and Del Flowers. Christy will be continuing on to WVC's RN-BSN program later this month and working for Lake Chelan Community Hospital. Christy would like to thank WVC nursing faculty, staff, WVC Foundation, Heidi at SkillSource, the Paula Van Eaton and NARS scholarship donors, Kathy Lewis for encouraging me when I felt like giving up, and Amber for picking her up our very first day of class, second year. Special thank you to her family and friends who jumped in helping her with kids whenever she needed. She could not have made it through this program without all the love and support she received over the last 2 years. Taylor Tanberg. Taylor is being pinned by her husband, Michael. After graduation, Taylor will be moving home to Whidbey Island before starting a job. Taylor would like to thank her husband, her grandmother, Carol, family and friends. She would never have made it this far without your love and support. To Destiny, Maddie, and Nicole Taylor, Taylor will forever be thankful to have had you as study buddies and now such amazing friends. Amber Taylor. Amber is being pinned by her mom and son Roman. After graduation, Amber will be continuing on with a WVC RN to BSN program that will start at Confluence Health this fall. Amber would like to thank her mom and dad for all their support, including letting her live in their basement while completing the ADN program. Amber would like to thank her son Roman for motivating her to always do better. I would now like to introduce Professor Susan Yale, who has served as lead faculty for this cohort for the last 2 years.
Tawny Tidd.
Tawny is being pinned by her parents Steve and Tina Tidd. She will be starting an internship with Confluence Health later this month and will begin her RN to BSN online through Washington State University in the fall. Tawny would like to thank her parents for their unending support, her siblings for their strong push for success, her grandparents for their endless generosity, her boyfriend for his never-ending encouragement, and the nurses in her family, those here and those unable to be here, for the everyday inspiration. She would not have survived without her best nursing friend McKenna and everyone here to support her today. Tawny Tidd. Destiny Van Dyke. Destiny is being pinned by her boyfriend Chris. Destiny will be moving back to Tacoma, where she will be starting the RN to BSN program at UW-Butler in the fall and pursuing an RN residency. Destiny would like to thank her mom, sister, boyfriend, and family here today for all of their support these last 2 years. Destiny would also like to thank Maddie and Taylor for being awesome study buddies and making the best of nursing school. Destiny Van Dyke. Steve Williams. Steve is being pinned by his beautiful wife, Rachel. Steve will be starting his RN internship in the ICU at Confluence Health. Steve would like to thank his wife and family, as well as the WBC nursing faculty and WBC Foundation for all of their support. He would also like to thank his dogs, Ajax and Athena, for all of their help studying and for the teeth marks on his nursing books. Steve Williams. Ashley Nicole Winters. Ashley is being pinned by her parents. Ashley will be beginning her nursing career working in the Wenatchee Valley, serving the community she loves. Ashley would like to thank the WBC nursing faculty. Ashley would also like to thank her parents, as well as her entire family, her church family, her friends, and her boyfriend Curtis. She would not have made it through the program without your continual support and prayers. Ashley would like to give a special thank you to her boyfriend Curtis. Curtis, thank you for showing your love and patience during this very busy season of my life. Thank you for helping me study. You probably know just as much about electrolytes and chest tubes as I do. Ashley Nicole Winters. Ashley Woods. Ashley is being pinned by her son Ryder. After graduation, Ashley will begin a residency in the ICU at Central Washington Hospital. Ashley would like to thank her parents, Todd and Kim, as well as her grandparents, siblings, Betty and Gabe, and all her friends that have supported her through this journey. Lastly, she would like to thank Ryder for his patience and understanding while Mom was in school. Ashley Woods. Gracie Zook. Gracie is being pinned by her mom. Gracie plans to spend the summer working and spending time with her friends and family. Gracie would like to thank the WBC nursing faculty for all their hard work. She would like to thank her fellow graduates for all their hard work and support throughout the last 2 years. She would like to thank Lucia for always studying with her, bringing snacks. She would also like to thank all her friends and family for their kindness and support. Gracie Zook. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Hosey to the podium.
I cannot stop smiling. Starting to get a sore face. I don't know if anybody else is like that. Okay, we are now to the candlelighting portion of the ceremony. The candlelighting is used because of a historical association with Florence Nightingale, who is also known as the Lady of the Lamp. Florence distinguished herself during the Crimean War, nursing sick and wounded British soldiers in the field, carrying a lamp to light her way. As a tribute to Florence's dedication, the lamp icon became symbolic of nursing. The lighted lamp, the flame, has come to symbolize hope, service, compassion, and a nurse's dedication to caring for patients' needs. Lighting each candle also symbolizes the passage of nursing knowledge from an experienced nurse to a novice nurse. The light from one candle barely noticed in a large room such as ours, becomes bright and expansive, demonstrating the effect that many new nurses will have in our community, our state, our nation, and the world. If Susan Yale could join me. Susan will light the candle. Might take a second. And could I ask that the lights be dimmed? Graduates, will you stand with your candles? I would like to invite nurses in the audience to stand and join us in reciting of the Nightingale Pledge that is in your program. With full knowledge of the responsibilities I am undertaking, I pledge to care for my patients with all of the knowledge, skills and understanding that I possess, without regard to race, color, creed, politics, or social status. I will spare no effort to conserve meaningful life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will refrain from any action which might be harmful to the quality of life or health of those I care for. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of patients under my care, and hold in professional confidence all the personal information entrusted to me. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skills at the highest level, and give my support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. with full awareness of my qualifications and limitations, I will do my utmost to maximize the potential of the nursing profession and to uphold and advance its standards. To my newest colleagues, I say, welcome to the nursing profession. On behalf of the entire administration, faculty, and staff, I am honored to be the first to congratulate all of you. If I could ask the audience to please remain seated until the graduate